Hey, what's going on, guys? Crow Murder 15 here with a new episode of Convlog. Man, this this week has been nuts, and we'll get into that. But first, some Game Bros news. So, Game Bros, we have been kind of lacking off on the streaming a little bit. There is a very big reason for that, which I'll get into a little bit later. It'll probably take the more chunk. I see you sneaking over there. Hey everybody, it's Strife! Ah. But yeah, we haven't been up with the stream schedule. It's mostly, I wouldn't say fault, but I'm main reason because of it. But like I said, here in a little bit, I'll get into why that is. But hopefully within the next week, we'll be getting back onto regular scheduling. I'm really excited too because where we're completing a lot of the games that we first started is giving us room to... Are you dying over there? He went...
Hit my vape roll.
Lord. But, it's going to give us a lot more options for games to play on the show, or not the show, but the streams. But I'm really excited about that, so hopefully soon we'll be getting some more games. Of course, skipping con news. Not even worried about that. There is something we are in the works of talking about, possibly doing something called Minecraft Mondays. Ray actually came up with this idea where we play on a custom server that he has. So him, Strife, and I are going to sit down and talk about it. And maybe it's something we'll be doing in the near future. I've always wanted to do a Minecraft type series, but the only problem is whenever we used to do it, there was this one mod that we always played on called Sky Factory, and I hate Sky Factory. I hate it with a fiery passion. But thankfully it's not that one. So going into personal news, and this is actually what I wanted to mostly talk about during today's episode, is explain the hellish week that I've had. Even though I look like I'm doing pretty good right now, trust me, it wasn't that way. So last Sunday, not this past Sunday, but last Sunday on the 13th, I started getting a really bad headache on the left side of my head, and I thought it was like a tension headache. So I used to get a lot of bad tension headaches before I was prescribed blood pressure medicine. And I've been taking this blood pressure medicine for over half a year, and I really hadn't had any headaches since then. Well, that Sunday I started getting one. It was nothing too, like, oh my god, like, I'm gonna kneel over and, like, die. But it was concerning because I had taken ibuprofen, I had taken tension headache medicine, like regular over-the-counter stuff. Nothing was working. So I decided to go ahead and go to MedExpress because I was going to call my doctor, and I was like, well, I need something a little bit faster, and I really don't want to go to the emergency room because emergency rooms cost a crap ton of money. A little ironic there, and you'll see why here in a minute. So I went to MedExpress, explained the situation, and they were like, yeah, it's probably a tension headache, so what we're going to do is we're going to prescribe you this pain medication. It's a muscle relaxer. So I did that for a couple of days, and it started doing better. But then by Thursday, I started getting really bad backaches, like around my lower back, to where it was a dull pain. Like it wasn't piercing or sharp or anything like that. It was just like this constant dull pain. And it was concerning me. And I was like, there's something up. It shouldn't be hurting for this long. There weren't any cold compressants or anything, or heating pads weren't helping or anything. So it got to the point where late Sunday night, like going into Monday this past week, I finally decided to take myself to the emergency room. Apparently what happened, and they found this out, was the pain medication that I was prescribed at MedExpress and the blood pressure medicine I was taking at the time did not mix well and essentially attacked my kidneys. So I had to spend roughly 2 days in the hospital. Essentially what they had to do was just get my kidneys rehydrated back into working order. They did an ultrasound just to make sure that there wasn't any sort of other diseases or anything like that, or viruses in around the area that were attacking my kidneys. They also did a COVID test, which thankfully came back negative, so I do not have COVID-19. But essentially, I just rested in the hospital for about roughly 2 days, just getting pumped full fluids through an IV, which actually, sorry for the, you can actually see the mark like right there still where the IV was. Thankfully I was finally released yesterday morning, which I've got a lot of follow-up stuff to do. I've been resting, I've been drinking plenty of fluids. Speaking of which, I have a nice cold Sunny D right here. Not sponsored. But, you know, get a hold of my doctor, do a follow-up appointment, do some follow-up blood work just to make sure everything's okay. They just wanted to rule out that maybe it wasn't a kidney stone or anything like that, which thank God it wasn't. But yeah, the past 2 days I've just been kind of relaxing and resting, and it may seem like, you know, oh, you know, he's on cam, he looks pretty good. Oh, guys, no joke, I'm exhausted. It was a trip. And I know they say, you know, oh, the hospital makes it better and stuff, but even just coming back from the hospital, it's just exhausting. So, but don't worry, guys. I'm doing fine now. I'm just taking care of myself, health-wise, and doing better. It's just going to take some time, but I wanted to give a huge shout out to everybody at Montgomery General Hospital. You guys were so kind, so helpful and everything during my recovery process, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, it's just going to take some time for me to fully recover. Like I said, I'm feeling good now, just I'm really tired and just need to follow up on everything that I had to do for aftercare. So enough about the crazy crap that happened to me. A couple of announcements coming up. There is a charity event coming up at the end of October that is coming soon that November, that I technically can't talk about yet. I don't know if they've officially announced it yet. But when I get more information, I will let you guys know, but it'll be around the end of November. All I can say is that myself, hopefully Strife, 100% Ray will be involved with this event. So I'll give you more details when I'm able to. I don't know if I can yet or not, but just to be on the safe side, I'd rather wait until I get confirmation from the head person that is going to be running the event. Streaming will be back on the schedule this next coming week. I should be feeling back up to par by then. So, other than that, guys, like I said, it's been a hell of a week. It's just, it was crazy. So, but to everybody that is, you know, I've been in contact with on Facebook, letting them know what's going on and messages back and forth, thank you all for your thoughts and prayers. It really means a lot to me. And, as I posted on Facebook, I was down, but I'm not out. So, but anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and hop off here and rest for the rest of the evening and probably just watch some speed runs or something. Speaking of which, I finally got my SGDQ shirt in. I am really happy because I always love watching SGDQ or AGDQ, any of the GDQ events. So it's literally a stress relief for me watching those videos, and kind of inspiring me to do my own speedruns maybe one day, even though I'm not that good at it. But who knows, maybe one day. But anyway, guys, I'm going to hop off here, watch some YouTube, chill, relax, and I will catch you guys next time. So this is Crow Murder 15, signing off.